first time in Kochi?
No, this is not my first time. I've been here before, and I've in fact been to Kerala a lot of times before.
Really?
I've been here on shoots. I've been here for holidays.
Yeah.
I've been here for a theatre course.
Theatre course?
Yeah.
Which is where?
Which was close to Alleppey actually.
That's a beautiful beach.
That is a beautiful place. Yes.
I've been to Alleppey once. I was shooting there for a jewelry brand.
So it's a beautiful place. I mean, I was amazed with Alleppey because I mean it was the first time I went to a place where you walked and there was the beach and the sea, and the other side was the backwater. It's like, what is going on? How can any place be so beautiful?
Yeah, nice. So what do you like the most about Kerala?
Is the food.
What in food?
I'm obsessed with the food. What do I like? You know, I think since I've come yesterday, which was in the morning, the first thing I had when I came for lunch was appam and stew. Then
which
for
we
a
had
snack,
together.
I had appam and stew. Then for dinner, I had appam and stew.
Yeah.
And now for lunch, I'm going to have appam and stew again.
Again?
And I remember I grew up in a society where my closest friend was from Kerala.
Okay.
And his mom used to make the best food.
Yeah.
And I was pretty much there every couple of days, eating in his house.
You're
But his mom also got sick of me because I was there. I used to turn up every day and I used to be like, Khana.
So you're a big hogger, huh? You like food. You're
I do. I love food.
foodie.
Yes. It doesn't look like it when you see me.
Yeah,
but yes.
you train a lot, no? That's why. Great. So yeah, even I love appam, but with green curry, not with the chicken curry.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a pure veg.
Right.
That's why. So Kunal, let's talk about Veeram.
Right.
I mean, never talked about this before. I mean, you know, I just want to know, how did you get the opportunity? How did you turn up to meet a Malayalam director who's like so...
Well, I've actually followed Malayalam cinema for a while.
Do you?
Yeah, I in fact honestly believe that it is the finest cinema in the country.
Yeah, it is.
Because in terms of the content and in terms of also how it's performed, I think I don't think there's any other cinema in the country which is superior. So I have followed, and I've also followed Jairaj sir's work.
Oh.
So when he called me, I knew who I was going to meet, and I was very excited about it. I remember meeting him, and I thought I was meeting him for maybe he was making a bilingual film and he wanted me for the Hindi part. So he said, so I want you to do the Hindi. I said, okay. And then he said, I want you to do the English. So I said, okay, this is going to be difficult. And then he said, I want you to do the Malayalam.
Toughest.
So I looked at him and I was not sure that he was being serious because, you know, you're doing Macbeth, which is really challenging.
Yeah.
And then you're doing it in 3 languages.
And that in Malayalam, which is like
Malayalam,
the toughest.
which is a language which I have not spoken. I was obviously overwhelmed, but you know what happens is when a director of his stature shows confidence in you, automatically your confidence goes up as well.
That's true.
So I said okay for the film, and then the next day I called him and I said, so sir, how do you want me to prepare for the film? So he said, just two things. So I was waiting for, you know, what it's going to be. And he said, I want you to meditate and I want you to sleep well. So I was like, what?
He told me the same 2 things. I like, okay.
He was like, just relax, it'll all happen.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, it didn't take me long to say yes to the film because firstly, the content was great.
Yes.
It was also a chance for me to do something which I've never done, which is play the anti-hero.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's a dream role for any actor to play so many shades. A guy that is an honorable soldier who goes to being this mad tyrant was something that was very exciting. And secondly, I remember he showed me a lot of visual sketches because he's been preparing for this film for I think the last 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, they had like proper storyboard. I remember.
Right, it's his dream project, and he's been sketching on how he
and
wants
those
to
are like beautiful sketches,
beautiful
not like
sketches.
time pass types, you know. It's
beautiful
like really
sketches,
well
like
drawn,
detailed, really well detailed
very
sketches.
Well detailed, so
for me, as soon as I saw the visual reference of it, that was like I was blown away. I was like,
this is it.
This is amazing.
Nice.
So well, I obviously know what your character is because you've acted together. But tell me something. What did you find like exciting about your character? What did you find challenging about your character?
2 things. First, I was supposed to put on the weight,
right,
which is like very difficult for me because I have a really high metabolism.
Right.
And second was the character itself, Lady Macbeth, because in normal life, you know it, like I'm very talkative, very positive, very colorful in life.
Right.
But as we know, Lady Macbeth from Macbeth play, she has grey shades to her. She's very ambitious, very greedy about power and all of that. So it was like it was a lot of emotional draining for me while preparing the character.
Right.
But it's good because it has a completely different color of my personality, which is nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, we're doing the film in 3 languages.
Yes.
Which means that I don't know if most people know this, but it's not a film that's dubbed in 3 languages.
Yeah.
It's shot in 3 languages.
It's shot in 3 languages.
So we did a scene in Hindi, we did a scene in English, and we did a scene in Malayalam. And I know that you were really well prepared with your Malayalam.
Thank you.
So how did you go about preparing for it? And
There's like there's a proper process to it. So when I read the Malayalam dialogues first, I felt like a dyslexic person, you know, like words flying over my eyes. So, but then I thought it's a challenging this thing for me as an actor, so I should accept it. So what I did is I wrote all my Malayalam dialogues, lines in Roman English and then proper Devanagari Hindi. And then I called for the voice notes from the associate directors. I kept hearing those notes, kept reading the lines and kept preparing it. At the same time, I also understood each and every word, because when you're emoting, you know, when you're acting, you know what you're emoting. So yeah, it was quite a rigorous process, but I loved it.
And what do you remember, like any of your lines from the film?
I do, and that is my favorite line. Which is? Which is when you come and meet me. Yeah, which goes like, Edena, in Eden Kanda, and not many people know this, that we have used Malabar Malayalam, which is very different from contemporary Malayalam. And I think that is the toughest form of Malayalam language.
It's the northern slang.
Yeah.